In this video, I want to take you along as I'm going to show you how to make authentic German Leberkäse or Fleischkäse. If you haven't heard about it, it's a little bit like meatloaf, but then not, because there's a whole different way of preparing it, and it is mostly a southern specialty, which is why I am dressing the part. Now, just one word about the word Leberkäse. If you translate it literally, it means liver cheese. It is one of the different words to describe this dish. You can also call it Fleischkäse. Leberkäse means liver cheese. Fleischkäse means meat cheese. There's no cheese in it. You can add cheese if you want, but there's no cheese in it. And there are recipes where you can add liver. However, this is not one with liver. I'm just going to make it with pork. And let me show you the ingredients. And I don't even know what to say. I'm prepping the video. I'm getting all the ingredients. I clear my schedule to record this. And now they're doing street work in front of my house. Anyhow, if there's some background noise, you know why. And if there is a part of this video where you can't really understand what I'm saying because I don't know how long they're going to be and how loud they're going to be, just leave me a comment below and I'll be happy to answer, because I don't want to, and I didn't really plan on doing this on another day. But such is life, right? And we just roll with the punches. Isn't that what we do? As I said, in this recipe, I'm only using pork. I have some lean pork and I have some pork belly with a lot of fat on it. That's part of the recipe. Some recipes have pork and beef, but I chose to use only pork. Over here, I have some ice cubes, which I'm going to crush in a moment. That's there on purpose. And we have some curing salt. It is this right here. I was debating a little bit about whether to use curing salt or not, but I decided that for this video I would. It keeps the meat nice and pink instead of turning it kind of brownish, but even if you use regular table salt, it will just be delicious. We have some fat over here. This is actually German lard, Schmalz, which we're going to use for greasing the loaf pan. I have some white ground pepper. I have thyme, I have nutmeg, I have ginger, and marjoram. These are the traditional spices for Fleischkäse. And because we want everything really cold and not to warm up, I will cut these in cubes, and then I'm going to show you what my next move will be. So we'll just cut these into smaller chunks. Again, you can use all pork, which is just as traditional as a combination of pork and beef, but I decided that pork has a really good flavor and I wanted that for my Fleischkäse. I'm actually calling it Fleischkäse because I think Leberkäse is a bit of a misnomer, and since there's no liver in it, I will not call it Leberkäse. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just use a separate plate for this. This is pork belly. You do want the fat. I'm not usually one to actually enjoy biting on fat. There are people who do. My sister-in-law loves it. The fatter the better. And she barbecues it, and it has to be so dark and almost charred. My brother always is horrified when he sees that, but she loves it. It's crunchy, and I don't know, maybe it's a bit of an acquired taste. I don't like it. For this recipe, we do want the fat. Fat gives it a nice, distinct texture, and it also carries flavor, which is exactly what we need for this recipe. We need a lot of flavor carriers. And then now the dog is barking. What else could possibly go wrong while I'm recording this video? But at least you know I'm a real person in a real kitchen, and this is real life. Okay, I'm gonna get a plate, and I will put this in the freezer for about 15 minutes. And while the meat is in the freezer, I'm attaching the meat grinder to my KitchenAid. If you don't have that, you can always get ground meat at your butcher's or ask your butcher to grind it for you. I'll need to put this over here so we can catch this right here. And now we're going to go get the frozen meat. All right, perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. You can take this off. And we'll use this to start mixing it all up. And I'm just going to go ahead and dump all the spices in there. And the white pepper. Meanwhile, I'll crush the ice in my blender. And while this is going, I'm going to start adding some of the crushed ice in there. You want to just add a little bit at a time because otherwise it's going to slosh everywhere and make your kitchen all messy. That took about, I want to say 10 minutes, and it is very interesting looking. This is what it looks like, and this is exactly what it's supposed to look like. I'm going to let that sit here for a moment. Now I will use all of this. I want to grease my loaf pan really well. Just using my hands for that, because otherwise you're going to have a really hard time getting it out. This again is lard. You could use oil, but oil is just going to create a very thin film versus the lard, or you can also use ghee. It's actually going to be thicker, just like this. It's going to be very perfect. Very excited about this. For me, this is always about a lot of childhood memories. And now all we need to do is get this in there. This is a really thick paste. It is a little softer than if you just had ground meat because it has all the water in it and the spices. Let's see if we can get as much off of this as we can. I like to press it down just a little bit to make sure that we don't get too many air pockets in there. I always like the top are really soft and smooth. The edges always are a little bit interesting looking. You can let gravity do its thing by that will also help eliminate air pockets. You can either keep it this way or add a grid on top. Really personal preference. Just want to clean up the edges a little bit here. Okay, and then all you need to do is pop this in the oven. Whenever I eat a lot of meat-based dishes that don't have a lot of fresh ingredients in it, I love to add just a little bit to fill the gaps. And I would love to show you Quince Daily Superfood Greens, which is a powder that has 78 powerful ingredients in it: vitamins, minerals, superfood complex, adaptogens, antioxidants, probiotics, and a digestive complex. But most of all, it really tastes good. It has an extremely good price point, and that is what I do every morning when I know that I'm missing a lot of fresh ingredients. You can look at the ingredients list, and I'm going to leave a link for you below because I think it's absolutely worth it. Because of all the construction noise and the oven fan going on, I decided to do the rest of the video as a voiceover, but you still get all the imagery. I like to actually test the Leberkäse for doneness, making sure that it has an internal temperature of about 175 degrees Fahrenheit. I was so curious to see what it turned out that I wasn't going to wait until it had actually cooled down enough for me to touch it. So this is why I'm struggling a little bit to get it out, but I really wanted to show you and I wanted to try it out. But it looks absolutely perfect. Germans like to cut it in slices and eat it various which ways, which I'm going to show you in a moment. One is splitting a Kaiser roll or crusty roll in half and adding some mustard to it. I have some sweet Bavarian mustard here, or you can just use any regular mustard, your favorite mustard that you have. Some people like to add other ingredients, but I think just mustard and Fleischkäse on a roll is perfect any day. It's the perfect snack. It's the perfect supper, or whenever you need a hearty authentic German meal. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious. It was absolutely amazing. I hope you give this a try. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. And this is the other way. Just fry it in a pan or skillet until brown. Top it with an egg sunny side up and have some fried potatoes on the side.